Okay, so by now you have already gotten your bookmarklets installed. You've learned how to do that. Now we're going to run the Assassinator bookmarklet, and we're going to go through some configuration settings. Each setting is going to be a little bit different for each person depending on your skill levels. So let's go ahead and go into Mafia Wars. Being a dog today, so we'll just have to deal with the slow loading time. Okay, you can use any one of your bookmarklets to unframe it, but they do have an unframed bookmarklet that works really well, and I normally use Chucker because it unframes it pretty decently. Okay, now if you have your bookmarklet set up the way I do, your bookmarks are going to show right under here. It's under your bookmarks bar where you can just click on them from there. Some of you are going to go through your bookmarks and find them this way from the file menu up top. For me, I put them up here. It's just easier to see them, everything that I use for Mafia Wars right here, everything that I do a lot of. Okay, so while you're in Brazil, if you're running the Assassinator, you should be running in Brazil. You get better loot, better experience, better loyalty, victory coins, all of it. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to the Fight tab after your Mafia Wars has been unframed, and then you are going to click on Assassinator. Click on that, and it's going to bring up this box. For now, we're going to get the main screen here. We're going to set the delay at 0 and 0 so you can continuously attack. We're going to make sure our power attack is clicked on, okay, and our revenge attack is clicked on. We're going to turn off our pop-ups, and we're going to turn off the loot button and look at our log, okay? Then we're going to go look at our filters. This is very important stuff. In the character name filter, you're going to want to put our clans tag so you don't hit anybody in the clan. It'll skip them. In our family ID filter for our in-game clan, you're going to want to put the ID 5534 in this box, okay? And that's pretty much all you should have to do in the filters. But for those of you who want to skip stronger players, you can simply do this on separate lines. Do just a couple of symbols like so, and then that will skip most clans. And then you don't have to worry about fighting stronger people and fighting clans if you want to skip them. Anyway, so those are your filters. In your bank, you want to keep your bank as high as you possibly can so that you can maximize the ICEs that you do. So in my particular case, I have 1,489 stamina. I have 1,016 health. In my bank, I can look at that and I can see if I can afford to lose money. So I have 12,173,000 in Brazil right now. I can afford to lose money, so I put my bank above 150,000. A good starting point for lower players might be something like 10,000, but the higher you set it, the more ICEs you'll get because the less it will pause the game. Okay? Now, in your level range, if I'm an 813 and I want to improve my ICEs but not have a huge loss rate, I've set mine down to 750 so I have enough targets to fight it. It doesn't take me 20 hours to get through it. And this so far has been the optimal setting for me as far as getting ICEs, not losing too much money, not losing too many fights, and picking up a lot of loot. So it's all relative to your level. We can make recommendations individually as you get with either one of the training coordinators for all of this stuff. But this is a good setup for me right now. Okay? After you get this set up and your filters done and all these things turned off, you're going to go to the config button right here. You're going to want to heal in New York. I keep mine below 50. I heal after I'm 50 so I can heal appropriately and it doesn't take so long to heal. I leave this unticked. Stop before level up. You can do whatever you want. I prefer just to let it roll through if I'm leveling up. You can click the lock fight city, which I prefer to do. Make sure the use boosts is clicked. The use blacklist is clicked. and everything else leave the way it is. You're going to hit save, and it's going to save your configuration settings. Close out that window, and then after you get it all configured and you think it looks good, just hit the start key. Now what I want to do is show you another little trick to improve your ICEs. See this yellow skip button here? If you look over here and they've got 1037 life and they're completely healed, you are going to want to hit that skip button, not waste all your stamina trying to run down 1,000 health or 3,000 health or something like that. So it's a good idea that whenever you're running Assassinator to be looking at what you're doing, and you can also maximize the number of ICEs and kills you get, which is going to help the in-game family. So anyway, this is how you run the Assassinator. Stay tuned for other videos and tricks and techniques to help maximize your game and make you stronger.